Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching GEEKCASTER. This is the after show. And if you're watching us cable, you've seen the other half of this. If you did not, you can always go to geekcaster.com. Today we're going to continue our show from last week, but also bring in the new year. So we're going to think back about all of the highlights of 2021 that we can think of.
The world opened up.
I said highlights.
Disney had pretty much released a lot of shows and also allowed certain movies to be on the Disney Plus network, and then other films started doing the same. I mean, other streaming networks was doing the same. Mm-hmm. Like HBO Max and stuff for the time being. And then the theaters started opening up. Mm-hmm. And the floodgates.
Yeah, I would say Disney has been king for 2021 when it comes to content. And a surprising second, it started off really hardcore with Amazon. Mm-hmm. But I would have to say HBO started picking up at the rear. So it's almost a tie for second. What are you guys thinking?
I agree. Disney was the top tier, and Amazon and HBO was, because a lot of HBO films were like a hit and miss. Right. But Amazon was like charging people $20 to watch a film, while I could go to HBO and watch it for free.
Yeah, I would not put Amazon at the top. I would definitely say Netflix probably was second, because they still have original content and original shows. And HBO because of, let's just face it, DC and the anime sections that they have. Yeah. Something to have.
But even the series, especially even if you went outside of the geek world and more towards hardcore comedy, dramas. I mean,
Amazon, I would say, yeah.
No, I would say HBO, again, near the end of the year. Because who we saw, The Boys?
Yes.
The Boys season 2.
That was Amazon.
Excuse me, Amazon, The Boys season 2, and then they had what's the cartoon that everyone was like
Invincible.
Yeah. And we were like, wow, Amazon, you doing it like this? Okay, I'm glad I paid for that Prime. You know, but then HBO gave us Dune. They're giving us Matrix. They're giving us, you know, so many things near the end, Mortal Kombat. So it's like, okay, I can't say either of them are a hardcore winner. That's why I said half and half, because the first half of the year was Amazon. And now I found myself the second half of the year, right after Netflix, going for HBO. Did either of you got the same vibe, or what are you guys watching? The first, I guess, the top two for everybody.
Top two would be, number one would be Disney, and I would say majority of my time I was watching throughout this year, I would say, not even Amazon. Amazon. Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it was definitely Disney and Netflix.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Netflix and YouTube, because YouTube, I know this sounds weird, but they have subscriptions. You can subscribe to YouTube. They have YouTube exclusive movies and rentals, and you can buy movies on there. And YouTube's part of Google now, so they're all connected. And they also try to come up with shorts, which is a total ripoff of TikTok, but I don't have TikTok. I watch the shorts. But I definitely watch more Netflix.
That's funny you mentioned that. You know what? And sorry, Disney, not to disappoint. But the first half of the year was Disney, between Disney and Amazon, right? Netflix is just a staple. It's like everybody, it's like, all right, we watch. That's why Netflix is like number one, like no matter what, right? At least for now. But the first half of the year was like Disney and Amazon surprising me with great content that I was like, wow, I actually like this. I wasn't sure this was going to be great. But then the second half of the year is like, all right, HBO, you stepped it up and started releasing really good films. I don't need to go to the movies, or I can go to the movies or watch it on HBO. So anyway, what are you guys' prediction for 2022? What do you think will be your top two for 2022? Wow, that rhymes.
I'm going to say, and to be honest with you, the way things are going, I'm going to lie. Nah, I'm not going to lie.
The same joke every week.
Because it's like he just falls into it. It's just...
Whatever. I'm going to say Amazon is going to make a huge comeback. And then the theaters. All because of Disney. But this year.
Wait a minute. So you're going to be watching Amazon number 1, and who's your number 2?
I say movie theaters.
That wasn't the choice. There was a
I
streaming...
know, but it's going to be Disney. It's going to be Disney.
Okay, so Amazon and Disney. Okay, Cora, who's yours?
So Disney's going to be number 1, and number 2, surprisingly, I'm going to go with Peacock. I think Peacock is going to grow in its subscriptions, and they have been doing a lot of original content. Kevin Hart has a show. They have a lot of shows on Peacock. I think it's going to...
When we get off the show, I'll tell you why I laughed at it.
with Kevin Hart and the show.
No, no comment. Either way you can slice it.
I think it's going to grow. I think it's going to be another staple that people are going to want to pay for. Because they have a lot of great shows that people aren't watching right now.
I can see where you're going with that. What do you say? Phoenix, what's your... Phoenix Sparks.
Netflix is probably going to continue to be a staple. And then HBO seems to be killing it with the shows.
Gotcha. I would say the go-to probably still would be Netflix, at least for the first half of the year, and I'm leaving space open in my heart for the second half of the year. And I think I really see myself bouncing back and forth from HBO, Amazon, and Disney. Like, I really don't see, I don't know, because they all in the pipeline have some great content. You know, I mean, we have what? We're a week away from The Mandalorian, right? There's all these Jedi things and Luke Skywalker and Solo rumors. There's all this stuff that Disney's supposed to do within the Star Wars world. My biggest fear is it too much? Like, I get it, but I mean, we've never had so much Star Wars where even as a fan, I'm like, is there too much of a good thing? You know?
No.
No? All right, Corey.
No.
The reason why I say Amazon, because I think next year they're gonna blow us with the two major shows that they always use, and that's The Boys, which is season 3, and also Incredibles with season 2. So those are going to be the most anticipated shows.
Right.
And I said Netflix or Disney?
I think you said Disney, yeah.
Okay, Disney, like you said, is going to be like the Star Wars. Not only that, you got a lot of Marvel series that's coming out. Like, you got the She-Hulk episode, you got Miss Marvel, you have, I think a couple of, Secret Invasions. Everybody's been waiting for that. Secret Invasions. Marvel Secret. Yeah, people have been waiting for that. So I think those two are going to be the heavy hitters. Okay. Netflix can be a hit and miss at times, but I do have confidence with Netflix for some strange reason, because I think they're going to give us a Hail Mary throughout the new year. I mean.
Yeah, but that's the thing with Netflix all the time. They come out with these random shows that you didn't expect, like Red Notice, Squid Game. It goes viral, and then you're like, all right, what else is there? So the only thing that's been killing it is Disney with the shows. It all started with WandaVision, and it's going to end Marvel and Star Wars. That's been taking up.
It was very interesting too. All jokes aside, and I'll save those jokes till after the show. Peacock does have a lot of promise. My biggest thing with the networks is, let's rely on names and then build. What do you guys want to do? All right, let's throw some money at your production companies. Who you cool with? Okay, let's do something. And I think that's always been the kiss of death with the networks, and why a lot of shows are such a hit and miss, because they go back to the formula. And if you look at the stuff that, like Family Guy, look at South Park, even some of the newer shows where, who are these people? But they were just funny. They were just good. And those those are the shows that now become the cult classics. And then all of it, like I think Seth MacFarlane just got a $200 million deal with NBC. And I believe it's NBC. And then there's a $900 million deal for the creators of South Park. Hope I'm not messing up which network. But the bottom line is $900 million to develop more stuff. And there are other Say it again?
Isn't it Matt and Trey Parker, Comedy Central?
Yes, but it wasn't Comedy Central that sent them the. I can look that up real quick.
No, it's HBO Max.
Oh, that offered them the deal? That offered them the deal?
I think so.
I was going to say, I hope it's Peacock. Come on, Peacock.
Come on, Peacock.
Peacock got hanged him. Yeah, rip that contract and shreds and tell them to go back on their merry way.
Yeah, so it's great. So yeah, I mean, because we saw what was the network they started, and they threw all this money at all these celebrities, and nobody wanted to watch it. It was
Quibi.
Right. Didn't they learn?
It was Quibi, yeah.
Like, stop it. Don't rely just on the names. Stay true to the stories, the dramas. Like, is this good or not? Well, this one's attached. Is it good or not?
You know what's crazy? After they ended Quibi, all those shows were already great, but they became very, very highly watched after they ended Quibi because they were like, oh, what is this? Where they messed up was their advertisement and their marketing.
I downloaded Quibi and I watched Quibi, and a lot of that was terrible. A lot of it was really bad. It was really bad.
Well, when she was a robot, I forget the name of that series. They were original. People liked it, and people were still watching those shows.
I mean, this is the thing. I'm a big fan of originality. Huge fan. I think you should risk sucking. But even with music.
Oh, I agree.
Because that's how you get greatness. Like, those cult classics, like, well, will Family Guy even work? Because it's basically this. I mean, people don't realize when you break down Family Guy, we've seen it all before, but just not in that way. And that was the risk. Same thing with South Park.
And not only that, Firefly. Firefly was whatever. Nobody cared about it. And now it got a huge cult following. People want panels and stuff at the Comic-Cons for this show.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
But it shows that, what I'm saying is it shows that then, like, no major stars, it's a hit and miss, Right.
Yeah, I just think if you put your whole network on just getting, okay, who pressed something?
I didn't press crap.
How did we get here?
How did we get here?
There's a ghost.
How did we get here? Like,
right here, and then when that happened, that's when I'm playing.
I mean, I think Quibi's a perfect example of what not to do, and the whole formula of who's attached. As a writer-producer, that is one of the most annoying things ever, because you can't get things out there without getting, what's his name again? Kevin Hart and The Rock in it. It's like, it's almost like a running joke. Well, is The Rock attached? Okay, is Kevin Hart going to do it? Because then we're going to, again, great guys. I'm just saying, everything they've done on the side is not the best, but it gets greenlit because their names are
the name.
So,
but that's the thing. Peacock really didn't use Kevin Hart. They were actually.
Well, he was on Quibi. That's why. He did a whole bunch of stuff on Quibi, and that was really bad.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. With Peacock, they've been pushing this new late night host show, and her name is Amber Ruffin. Yeah. So that shows the main reason why people are joining Peacock and other shows like that. Yes, Kevin Hart jumped on the bandwagon with Peacock, but there's a lot of original shows that don't have big names attached to them.
Yeah, I think. Well, you know what Peacock has, because that's an NBC thing. NBC is a titan, one of the best long-lasting networks of all time, some of the greatest shows. As far as like revolutionary shows, if it wasn't on NBC, it was on CBS.
Yeah.
As far as revolutionary, right? That really broke the rules. If you go back, not to say that ABC is not a great network, but they tend to play things super dry and safe. And it's kind of like, you know.
Because they're owned by Disney.
Yeah.
I was just saying in the past. Well, it is what it is. Everything is safe. Everything is safe. I really feel Disney's going to do a branch off where they could really go the extra mile. You know what I mean?
They go dark.
I really believe it because Disney's one of the smartest companies. But if you notice, as Disney took over and every year further in their takeover, ABC has become more diverse. Right, and showing, you know, more ethnicities. Also, I think ABC has been giving people more of a shot as far as like original stuff.
Like Blackish.
Yeah.
Well, tons of names attached doesn't really count, and that's just the Cosby Show updated, so that doesn't count. But that doesn't count. Great show, great producers. Hi guys, but. I wouldn't. I guess it falls under the diversity thing. I guess. Yeah. I guess. But I mean, it's funny. Years ago, did you guys watch the CW?
Yes.
Nah.
CW, another one. Oh, you know what? I would say before our time, if you're into like TV history, NBC and CBS was like, all right, let's All in the Family, the Jeffersons, you know, the different. You know, so, and then going further in time, then nobody took any risks. Then it was Fox. Fox was the renegade. Fox did In Living Color. Fox did
Simpsons.
Tracy Ullman Show, The Simpsons, right? And then they kind of watered themselves down. As far as diversity, ABC is the best for like, you know, everyone else is catching up. But as far as grit, so we'll see what happens. But it seems like a cycle. But for a little time in between, the CW, Channel 11, was doing some stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they had Smallville, Supernatural, Buffy.
Right.
But not even those shows. You had like Dawson's Creek. You had Seven Heaven.
And look what happened with those shows. So.
Bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum.
Much.
If you're gonna go there, you gotta keep it real. So we'll see what happens. But Corey, I'm gonna keep my eye open on that. I think Corey might be right. It'll be nice at the end of 2022 to see if Corey's prediction will be there, because Peacock technically is a streaming thing, right?
Yeah.
Right. And that's ABC's.
They just went from $4.99 to $6.99.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not paying that.
They were free. But if you were at the $4.99, you got grandfather and at $4.99 and free.
Okay.
And you can keep that grandfather. I'm not. Nope. You got to get more than a sassy talk show to get me. I need.
Okay, there's more.
What happened?
There's more.
Corey.
Oh, you rippersnappers.
There's more. Look it up.
Corey's also the same one that said, "I'm gonna be the last one eating that chip, that one chip challenge." So I don't know, Corey. I don't know.
I just had a terrible flashback with the word chip.
I don't know why.
You know, that's what I said. Chip, Phoenix started looking away, right? She's like, "No, do not say we're doing that again. Do not." If you guys missed it, we did the one chip challenge. You gotta watch the past episode. It's on GEEKCASTER.com. You gotta watch it because those reactions were very real, very real, and very, very painful.
Yeah.
No, the funniest thing was when Michael was like, "Oh, this is stupid."
Whose idea was it?
Corey's.
Was it Corey's idea?
Yeah.
Corey.
Hey guys, I have a great idea to mess up our stomachs for the next 48 hours. You want to play? My bad, 72 hours. You want to play? Come on.
I didn't know it was gonna be that bad.
We open the package. It's like can cause you to lose your vision. We're still doing it though, right?
You notice how all those things were in the package of the list of things to worry about.
Yeah, because you want to make sure you're committed.
Yeah.
You know what's really... No, I'm not going to say it on the air because I don't want anyone to do it. I don't want anyone to do it. The practical joker in me went in. I said, no,
that
I'm
one
not doing it.
thing, I was like, yo, I'm regretting it. I don't even want to do this right now.
I will share this with you guys. I have a friend. He's in the military with me.
Corey.
He did the challenge a few months ago, and he had no reaction. I'm going to send you guys a video. Literally no reaction. And I'm like, it can't be that hot. He said, yeah, it's hot. It's like a chemical hot. And I've done hot things before. I've eaten a ghost pepper. And ghost pepper was the hottest thing I've had until the one chip challenge. And it wasn't that bad. The ghost pepper wasn't that bad. So I didn't think it was going to be that bad. It was that bad.
Wow.
We all we died simultaneously.
Yeah.
I'm glad we shared that painful experience.
Sure.
Bonding. There's a connection here.
When we in that circle, I'll make sure I don't eat it and let everybody else suffer, and I'll just laugh at y'all.
You just pretend you just chuck it over your shoulder. No, I'm kidding.
See, the challenge was to eat the whole entire chip. However, it was very smart to not eat the whole entire chip.
Well, wish you... Oh, yeah, well, Phoenix, she was a smart one. She was like... I think by the second bite or the third bite, she was like, What is this?
I got halfway through and then I thought it was so disgusting. I was like, I don't know if I can carry through with this. Like, I don't know if I can make myself eat the rest. It was so gross.
You know, there was one moment where it actually tastes kind of good.
Really like,
That was the worst thing I've ever tasted.
oh
I
yeah.
tasted that stuff, but that was... I couldn't even swallow the chip at one point.
You know, like when your saliva builds up and it builds up hot? I've never had that experience before in my life. Because you naturally you secrete. But how do you secrete heat? This is all a commercial not to do that challenge, ladies and gentlemen.
Please.
Do not do it. Do not do it.
Do you guys want a fun fact since we're GEEKCASTER?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So the two peppers, and this is why they don't give a rating on the Scoville of how hot the chip is. The scorpion pepper alone is 1.6 million on the Scoville level, and the Carolina Reaper is 1.9. So if you combine those, it was about 3.5 million on the Scoville heat level. There's nothing that goes that hot. The last thing I remember is probably I had hot sauce that was maybe 2 million, and it got hot, it burned, but then it goes away.
Yeah, I think we had that when we was working at a particular job. We're not going to say the name.
Yeah, but
Thank you,
then this was just out of the park.
Yeah, thanks, Corey.
Well, you can now say you had something over possibly undisclosed 3 million Scoville level.
You know what I'm getting you for your birthday, Corey?
Adult diapers.
A hot chip. And it's gonna say, eat this. How about that right there?
Oh, to say, I do have one more left.
Oh. Yes, I think the person that made us do that should have two.
Oh. So, about next year.
All right, so you know what? If we're gonna talk about surprising networks and stuff, will MTV ever be MTV again?
No.
Oh, no.
It's
No.
over.
Heck no.
It just everything's that really bad game show I don't even know why that's still going on and wilding out.
My thing is, why is it still MTV? And like, there's no music videos that they're showing. They just reality TV shows. Wildin' Out, if Wildin' Out still exists on MTV, and maybe a few little Catfish or whatever, but no videos.
If MTV actually would get a budget together and do something, I think MTV would. It would be nice if just to mess everybody up, and all of a sudden they have like some great shows, because they no longer have to do music videos. We're used to that. A whole generation has been raised with MTV not doing music videos. So,
Well, not true.
no?
So when MTV started doing reality shows, they made MTV2. They were like, oh, we're going to put all the music videos on this channel.
Right.
And then the same thing happened. Reality TV blew up, so they made MTV3. And that was all the videos. And now they have MTV something else that shows the videos. But no one cares, and no one's been watching it, so they still have.
But is anyone watching the reality shows?
Hmm?
Does anybody watch Catfish anymore, or any of these?
They watch Ridiculousness reruns and the MTV Music Awards.
First of
The
all,
award
then
show,
why
yeah.
you got a music video awards if you don't show music videos?
Because they used to.
I don't get it.
They used to.
They used to, but they don't do it no more. So why have the music videos?
They still
Because
do. Just people aren't watching it. It's on
sponsors
YouTube.
pay a lot of money for that award show. People watch it because it's
The world
nostalgia.
isn't the same though. It's just everything's different now. So that's why I don't think MTV will ever go back to what we grew up with and loved. It's just the world's different.
But
Like
will they?
TRL.
But I wasn't really going on a rant on the music video thing. I'm just saying, as a place to go and watch, do you think MTV will hit the mark again? Whether it's
No.
a show, music video, I don't care. Just in general, do you think
No.
it's possible?
No,
It's possible if they come out with a streaming service.
no.
Because they could do a Peacock.
Yeah, they could. If they do that, I think people would like to, watch whatever music video, because now we're all about
Pause again.
control to it.
Open your mind. Forget music
Whoa, whoa,
videos.
whoa,
That was
whoa,
something
whoa.
that Dayveonne said. Forget it. MTV is a network, period. Forget what it was back then. At this point, they do have a name recognition and a nostalgia love that they could literally change tomorrow and just show movies and just show dramas. They could transition. Do you think it's possible for them to transition and be a channel that people will actually want to go to? That was the question.
If they change the name, yes.
Davion, let that go. That's not happening. If you made...
Then guess what? They're not going to be established. They're not going to be what it was. It can't.
No one cares
happen.
about
It's
that,
just gonna
Davion.
confuse the
That
audience.
ship left.
No.
You have to let that go. Like Peacock. Think about it. Peacock is a stupid name also. You got to let the name go. I'm just saying just the channel itself.
No.
Do you think it's possible? Yes or no? No, he says no.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's possible. If MTV releases a streaming service and they put all of their well-known shows, Daria, Beavis and Butthead, Jersey Shore, if they put all of those things, and yes, they do have a creative aspect where they do come up with new shows, if they started their own streaming service, I think people would, like you said, go for the nostalgia complex. Instead of buying all these Beavis and Butthead DVDs,
Right.
I just pay for the streaming service and watch whatever I want because I'm in control.
What do you think, Phoenix?
I don't know. I think MTV is established enough. I don't think it matters at this point. I'm just saying, like,
Are there any other networks that you would like to see kind of, like, instead of just hanging on by a thread, actually do something and create original content?
I guess one I grew up with, it was Cartoon Network, and I feel that they're another one who just kind of dropped the ball. Like, they didn't choose to innovate. They didn't choose to do anything different.
That's a good call.
They
That's a
took
good call, yeah.
old shows and made spin-offs that, in my opinion, are so low. I prefer the originals, is what I'm going to say. And it's just...
All right. I'm going to abruptly end because I don't want to go over and be distracted by a random comment by Dayveonne. This is going to end up, you're watching GEEKCASTER. We're going to do another episode, so catch you soon. You're watching GEEKCASTER.